In the book The Art of the Matrix, there are several deleted scenes from the movie, scenes that would completely change our perception of the plot, as is the case with the story of Neo's 5 predecessors that Morpheus led to their deaths when Cypher tried to warn Neo about Morpheus, and Eddie, the supposed one before Neo, who was caught by Agent Smith and then killed by Morpheus. These are only some of the scenes that were removed or changed before filming began. However, there was a Neo scene that was filmed but was changed because the audience didn't understand the message. Would you like to know what this scene was? Then welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Before we begin today's video, we would like to announce the giveaway of the Matrix Comics 20th Anniversary Edition. Co-created by the Wachowskis, it's a collection of short stories within the Matrix universe. We will also be giving away an original Matrix poster signed by Matrix Explained and a limited edition Matrix 300-piece puzzle. For your chance to win these prizes, please be subscribed to this channel, leave a like on this video, and leave in the comments what character you would like to see return in Matrix 4 and why. The winner will be announced on May 4th. In the final scene of The Matrix, Neo is talking to someone on the phone, sending them a message, or rather a warning, to whoever was listening on the other side. We assume that the one who was on the other side of the call was the architect.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
However, in The Art of the Matrix, the message was a little different. The film dialogue was changed, but still retained some of the essence of what the writers originally wanted to say. In some cases, the dialogue explains too much. In others, they hardly explain anything at all. The Wachowskis left a message before reading this version of the script in the book Art of the Matrix. What follows is the shooting script for The Matrix, although it's not exactly what people saw in theaters. While everything that follows was filmed, changes occurred during editing. An example of this is in the final speech by Neo, scene 219, which was altered when test audiences didn't know the word chrysalis. Other differences exist, from small cuts to dialogue tweaks. This is, however, the last draft before filming. Shooting script, August 12, 1998. This disclaimer piqued our interest because it emphasizes the final scene, specifically one word that Neo said. Chrysalis was removed because the test audiences didn't know the meaning of it. Remember, back in the 90s, you couldn't just Google it. This is evidence that the original dialogue was recorded, but it had to be edited to make it easier to understand. Now, what was in the original dialogue? Let's find out. Scene 219, interior, computer screen. Close on a computer screen, as in the opening. The cursor beating steadily, waiting. A phone begins to ring. It is answered, and the screen fills instantly with the trace program. After a long beat, we recognize Neo's voice. Neo, voiceover. Hi, it's me. I know you're out there. I can feel you. We close in on the racing columns of numbers shimmering across the screen. I imagine you can also feel me. Two distinctions between the scene's original dialogue and what was in the film are Neo saying to the person on the other end of the line, "It's me," as in the one who is listening already knows who he is, and Neo mentioning that he can feel them, and him assuming that they can feel him too. This is very important because it tells us that there is a connection between Neo and the Matrix, and vice versa. Just as Neo can sense the architect can sense Neo. We believe that this dialogue was edited because the creators did not want to explain too early that Neo had a connection to the machines. The scene continues. The numbers begin to lock into place. You won't have to search for me anymore. I'm done running, done hiding. Whether I'm done fighting, I suppose it's up to you. This is the first time Neo's offering a deal. Well, it's more like an ultimatum, that it is up to the machines whether or not the war continues. This is a stark contrast to the film scene. Here, Neo sounds more like he is threatening the machines. We glide in towards the screen. I believe deep down, we both want this world to change. I believe that the Matrix can remain our cage, or it can become our chrysalis. That's what you helped me understand. That to be free, truly free, you cannot change your cage. You have to change yourself. While in the film version, Neo talks about he was going to show everyone a world without boundaries or borders. Here, he talks about how he knows that the machines also want to change the Matrix, of how the simulation could continue to be a cage or become this chrysalis. So according to the Wachowskis, this one word was the main reason why the dialogue had to be re-recorded. Test audiences did not know what the word meant. Ironically, this removed word is possibly the most important one in the franchise. A chrysalis is a shell or casing in which an insect is developing. What Neo was saying to the machines is that the simulation can serve as a place of growth for both humans and machines, like a cocoon, like a caterpillar that turns into a beautiful butterfly. Humans and machines can evolve into something better. The symbolism behind this piece of dialogue is later reintroduced at the end of Matrix Revolutions, when Neo and Deus Ex Machina make their deal for peace. Neo's sentiment showed that there was a possibility of a truce, and this may also be another reason why it was changed. The creators did not want to open up the possibility of peace between both parties in the first film, much less tell the audience that the machines were already contemplating a change for the Matrix. Back to the script. We dive through the numbers, surging up through the darkness, sucked towards a tight constellation of stars. Neo voiceover. When I used to look out at this world, all I could see was its edges, its boundaries, its rules and controls, its leaders and laws. But now, I see another world, a different world, where all things are possible, a world of hope, of peace. Neo uses words like peace and hope to describe the Matrix. At the beginning of the dialogue, Neo was threatening the machines. Now, he is encouraging them. He no longer sees the Matrix as a prison, but as a place where the enemy parties can grow and be better. The scene concludes with, I can't tell you how to get there, but I know if you can free your mind, you'll find the way. While both versions of this scene seem similar, superficially, the dialogue makes them almost completely different. Neo's tone is different. In the film version, Neo is speaking as a rebel eager to destroy the system, to forcefully free his kind. But in the original script version, he starts off sounding as an intimidator, but then changes into something more in line with the savior archetype. Understandably, the former version is the one that made it into cinemas. It's more simplified and easier to comprehend. It was like a message that a superhero would give to a villain. It's more black and white, unlike the script version, which was more symbolic and ambiguous, not so black and white, talking about hope and change, about how the Matrix can be used as a place of growth, not imprisonment. The Matrix can be a chrysalis that can evolve both human and machine into something better. In fact, Neo's words in the script version of the scene makes him more sympathetic, not just because he wanted to save humanity, but because he had hope that the Matrix could serve as a nexus for everyone to live in peace. But do you agree? Which version of this scene seems better to you? The official film version or the original version? Why did Neo see the Matrix as a place of potential growth and betterment? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.